Assalamualaikum and hi Dr. Rozina. My name is YASMIN from Group EMD6M5B. For this mini project, I work with ZAQIRAH and MUIZ. In this video, we are going to explain more about our project, which is Smart Door Lock Security System. Before we proceed to our mini project, let me introduce our group members. First, me as the Chief Executive Officer. Next, ZAQIRAH as the Head Department of Design. And lastly, we have MUIZ as the Head Department of Management and Resources. And now, I want to show you our circuit diagram that we have developed and designed by using Tinkercad software. Did you know safety is one of the most important things in our lives? Wherever we go, safety is a priority for everyone. All of the places in this world, home is the safest place. People are very concerned about safety. They hire guards to keep their home in a safe condition, but is that really safe? That is why we designed this system with advanced locking technique, since it is a combination of mechanical and electronic equipment. This system is very simple with excellent effectiveness. And now, let's move to the problem statement. Nowadays, they prefer to carry a lot of keys wherever they go. This causes the key to be easily dropped or lost. By using our system, they no longer need to carry many keys. Other than the problem of losing keys, the locks or doorknobs that they use are easily damaged. This happens when the rusting occurs around the doorknob that can cause thieves to easily break into the house. Therefore, people can achieve the need of safety by using the idea of the system, which has the potential to lock the house and secure a large area. Our main objective in designing the system: first, to maintain the security of residential areas; second, to prevent any theft and also to make it easier for people to get into the house. Now, let's move to the components that we use for our Smart Door Lock Security System. First, we have the most important component, which is Arduino Uno R3, that able to read inputs and convert them to outputs. Next, we have breadboard. It can quickly connect the components to complete the circuits such as LEDs, resistors, and also capacitors. Servo motor that act as the door. Push button, which is to turn on the circuit where the person will enter the PIN or password by pressing it. These actions also will activate the servo. Next, we have passive infrared or PIR sensor to detect motion. Light emitting diode or LED. For this system, we only use green and blue LED, where the green LED will light on when the correct password is entered, and if it is the wrong one, the blue LED will light on. Piezo sensor to produce sound, and last but not least, connecting wires, which allow the electrical current to travel from one point to another. That's all from me. I will pass to MUIZ and NAJWA for further explanation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is MUIZ bin AHAMAD MUSTAFA. Now, I will present to you the flowchart of the Smart Door Lock system. For the first, we need to start the device by connect the USB to the system. Then, the system will write input at the PIR sensor for any detection of the people nearby at the door. If the sensor have detect any motion at the door will automatically open while the buzzer will sound on. After that, in the other method to open the door, the system will be ready to receive any action for the push button as a passcode to access the locked door as an input of the device. The users need to key in the password at the push button. Then, if the passcode was true, it will be yes and the green color LED will light up while the door will be unlocked. But, if the passcode was false, it means no and the blue color LED will light up while the door will be locked. To unlock again, the user need to re-enter the passcode and key in the correct password. And lastly, after successful unlock the door, the system will reset back to the start.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is ZAQIRAH bin TAUFIK. We will be explaining to you about our system, which is Smart Door Lock Security System. Okay, as you can see here, I used to create the code using the Arduino software, so it easily can detect error when I'm doing the coding. So I will start with the coding that I have made for the PIR sensor system and also the pin-based password system using a push button. So first, for the PIR sensor system, as we can see in these codes, I started it by declaring the PIR sensor as INT sensor motions. And then for the void setup, we can see that on pin mode for PIR sensor is at digital pin 12, which is an input for the system, and at digital pin 13, which is a buzzer, and also digital pin 11, which is a servo, act as an output of the system. So we continue for the void loop for the sensor motion for the PIR sensor. Okay, for the void loop, I have been set up the sensor. If the sensor receive high signal or detect a motion, the servo will rotate. The buzzer will produce the sound, and the servo will rotate as a sign that the door is unlocked. Else, if the sensor detect a low signal or not detect any motion, the servo and the buzzer will not responding at all. That's all for PIR sensor. And then we continue to the second system, which is pin-based password system, which I set up in the push button. Okay, I'm declaring all the button to their respective digital pin, just like here. Button 1 to pin 2, button 2 to pin 3, and until button 6 at pin 7. So I also declaring the LED that assigned together with the push button, just like here, and declaring blue LED at digital pin 8 and green LED at digital pin 9. Okay, next I declare the password here. I declare the password to enter to unlock the door, which I set this password as 1 2 3 4 5 6. And then as we can see on the void setup, I declare all the button as an input, the blue LED, green LED as an output of the system, also the LED that assigned with the push button, which also as an output of the system. Okay, as you can see here on the code for this pin-based password quite long and complicated because we need to loop each of the button, doing the void check enter for each of the button, and then doing a compare code for the password that we enter for the systems, and doing the void close all to the LEDs that assign with the push button. As you can see here, this is the void setup for the pin-based password, and then the void loop is run repeatedly for each of the buttons, and then we're doing the void check enter for each of the buttons. Just you can see here, check enter 1, check enter 2 until check enter 6, and then we're doing void compare code to check either the password we enter is correctly being entered or not. So, and then the last one, we're doing the void close all. Either we enter the password correctly or wrongly, the LED will respectively close light off if the password have been entered. So that's all for me for explanation about the coding of the system. Okay, as we can see here, this is our project for smart door lock security system, which we create using the TKCAD software, since we do not do the physical project. So let's see how the simulation of the system work. Okay, I will explain the pin-based password first. As we code the password, the password that have been set up is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So let's see how the system work when I enter the password correctly. So 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. The green LED will light up, the servo will rotate as a sign that the door is unlocked. So how it goes if we enter the password wrongly? As example, I will enter the password as 6 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, let's see. 6 5 4 3 2 and 1. The blue LED will light up. It shows that there's an intruder were trying to enter the house. So that's all for the pin-based system. So next is PIR sensor system, which the sensor detect the motion to unlock the door. First, if the PIR sensor does not detect any motion or is out of the range of the sensor to detect the motions, the buzzer and also the servo will not responding. But if the sensor detect motion, the buzzer will produce the sound and the servo will rotate as a sign that the door is unlocked. So as for this project, I make it a two system in one product, as because sometimes people tend to forget password to unlock the door. So rather to unlock the door, they have another choice, which is applying some motion to the sensor that have been installed in the door system to unlock the door. In future, we might improve the product system by improve the functional of PIR sensor to detect only specific motion that can unlock the door. So only owner that has designated the motion can unlock the door. I think that's all from me. Thank you for letting me briefly explain about our project Smart Door Lock Security System. Thank you and bye.
Based on the project that we have been created, we found that to guarantee that the smart door lock security system works, we must check all the components are connected properly. The components need to be connected perfectly from Arduino to the other component with the wire. The hard thing in this project, we must ensure that the coding is right by providing the appropriate input and output to all the components. The smart door lock control system can be placed into operation once all of the preceding procedures have been completed. When the right passcode is entered for the passcode method, the system will enable the user to access the room. If not, the user will be denied entry until they provide the right password. However, users can use another system, which is just using PIR sensor. We just need to get closer to the door will be unlocked. The last important thing in the system needs to detect the transponder. The system will be granted to access the door by solving the passcode or get closer to the sensor area. The opposite thing will happen if the reader does not detect the correct transponder with the distance that we have been set. As a conclusion, the product that we have made are very simple system that can make easier for people, which is just enter the correct password or just get closer to the sensor area. Besides, all the components need to be connected correctly to make the system function well. The system also can be declared as a safe system because it just used USB connection to run it and did not use high voltage electricity connection. Lastly, the system is a simple electronic setup that can be used for privacy of any users, and it is very suitable for safety that can be used at any doors such as home or office. We hope that our system is widespread and can be adopted by everyone. That's all from me. Thank you.